Hello and welcome to our second lesson in the series of creating a bowling game. All right, so in this session, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at how we may go about moving the ball on the screen. All right, so to move the ball, we're going to be using the arrow keys. It's going to be using the left and the right arrow key. So let's get straight into it. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to be setting up a function in Python to move the ball. So just gonna add a little comment here. And in this section, we're gonna be looking at how we can move the ball. So first of all, we're gonna look at the left movement. So we're gonna define the method move left. All right. What this method is going to be doing, upon pressing the left arrow key, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the x coordinate. So we're gonna say x is equal to the x coordinate of the ball. So I'm gonna say ball that x coord. So x coord returns the x coordinate of the ball. And what we're going to do also before we get into this method, we're going to define a global variable for the ball speed. And I'm going to set the ball speed to about 15, and that indicates the speed at which the ball will move on the screen. All right, so I'm going to set the ball speed to 15. All right, so what we're going to do now, upon receiving the x coordinate, what we're going to be doing to move the ball to the left of the screen, we're going to be seeing x is equal to x minus whatever the ball speed is. All right. Now Python has a shorthand way of writing this. Instead of saying x is equal to x minus the ball speed, what I could have said is x minus is equal to the ball speed. All right. Good. So the next thing we need to do is to set back the x coordinate for the ball. So we need to just say ball that set x to be x. All right. All right. So before I do the right, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. In order for the key to actually work, for the key to control the movement of the ball on the screen, we'll have to set up a section to actually bind the keyboard to the keys to the functions. All right, so I'm gonna add a little listener section down here. So I'm just gonna label it. Hope you're having fun while doing this. All right, so here, this line here is gonna be like a listener in Java. So you're gonna say turtle that listen. So you're telling the turtle to listen, and what it's gonna be listening for, it's gonna be listening for instructions from the keyboard. I say turtle that on key press. So pretty much if the key press is the left key, you're gonna be moving to the left. All right, so I'm gonna say move left, and this will only happen if the key presses the left arrow key. All right, so I'm gonna do them one by one. All right, so if that happens, we should see some movement to the left. So let's try this, see if it works. All right, so let me share so you can see. So I'm pressing the left arrow key here, and there's it. The ball is moving. If I press the right arrow key, it doesn't move because we have not set that. As you can see though, the ball is moving off screen. I do not want it to move off screen. So what I'm gonna do at this time is I'm gonna set up like a boundary check. So I'm gonna ensure that it doesn't fall off the screen. All right. So ensure it doesn't fall off the screen. So this is how we set up the little boundary check. So I get back to the move left method. So what I'm gonna say now, I'm gonna just check to see the location of the X. So I'm gonna ensure that the X, it doesn't fall off the screen. So before we actually update the ball's X coordinates, what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna check to see if the value for X is lower than this position on the screen that I do not want the ball to go beyond. So if at any point in time, the X coordinate for the ball goes lesser than or equal to 280, all right, what I want to do is to set, let me just say less than 280. So if it goes under 280, I'm gonna just put it back at 280. So that therefore means that if you're moving to the left side of the screen and for some reason you happen to go lower than 280, that means if you happen to go lower than 280, it therefore means that the ball would automatically go back to position 280. All right, and so it will not fall off the screen. All right, good. All right, so we are now going to just run this so you can see what's going on. So there's a little arrow. As there should be a colon right here. Also add a colon. And there it is. So you notice now the ball no longer fall off the screen. All right. So there it is. All right. Good. So we're gonna fix it. So let's look at the other side. So if we are moving to the right side, so let's see how we would actually go about treating that. So if we happen to be moving to the right side, all right. So if we are moving to the right, that is if the right arrow key is pressed, we're gonna define a method called move to the right, move right. And for this one, well, you can actually pause the video and try this one on your own. That would be good for you. All right, good. So similarly, we're going to be getting the X coordinate of the ball. So X is equal to ball dot X score. And what I'm going to do next, so instead of decrementing, I'm going to be incrementing. So I'm going to say X plus is equal to ball speed. And then again, I'm going to do the bond check now. I want to ensure it doesn't go beyond 280. So I'm going to say if X is greater than 280. Right. Oh, this should have actually been negative 280. That's why the ball was bounced across the screen. All right, so this one now should be, so if X is greater than 280, we're saying that X is equal to 280. All right, and then having done that, we can just say that ball that sets X to X. All right, so let's see. So this is what we have. We move to the left. All right, so, oh, I say move to the left. I actually skipped something. I didn't do the keyboard binding for the right movement. So I'll just do that now. So I'm gonna have to say turtle that on key press, move right. And for my move right, the key that's gonna trigger that is right arrow key. So here we have it. So that's for the left and then for the right. All right. Good. Now, so having done that, we are going to take this a step further. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to look at how we may go about scoring for this game. That is how we actually go about firing the ball towards the target. All right, so stay tuned. In our next session, we'll look at how we may move the ball towards the target, that is towards the pin. All right.